Na yadaswa ewo mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ensem emudia na wonom ahye age yempenifo binom atum sebe yon betumi aboa to adwene na wo man Ghana yensuso yebetumi afa yentema pa edi efra na eno eye National Development Planning Commission na ekoye ameka ho asem yi ene 39 member committee a ni Moy Thompson ena wo etitineni a wodano na mampeni edensem bi ato wonom anim a wakande a kire wonom ese enje sey bebre ewo honom a wo betumi edi aba amano aboa ma oman no afa nentima pa edi efra na enye hyehye ya na se toato ebi o beba ene na nsantemu anasa bosome mi nsantemu pe na aba no awie ye wo se we de wo mo emfa hyehye bi a ebetumi aboa ene emre tintin mu no kra no ebetumi aboa na afa wo man Ghana yenso yetumi akoye ni mo se se wo hye eye mampeni a wodi kan Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na utumu se wo eye adwemu pokese ye pa na afa ni so ade hunu kese pa ede ema wo man no eno nti wo bo no homode enhyehye ye bebre ede to no mama enne enchinima kra eguso a wo enya so emfaso nti de wo kan ede a kire abedwoko ni nyina ne se ba wo aba ne de wo mo hweso betumi aye adwuma hyehye ye pa ebetumi ache na boa na wo man Ghana enne ene enchinima enso etumi nya so emfaso no ena wo hwehwe sanse no aso ne ade a Ghana fo ye hwehwe sadia mampeni wo kan sansem ne bi fa enim.
Permit me to briefly address an issue of growing national interest. And that is the urgent call for a long-term national development plan. Ghanaians increasingly demand a stable and predictable path for national development that transcends our electoral cycles and partisan politics. Here I'm reminded of the words of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah in his visionary 7-year development plan, and he stated, "The economic policies will lack direction and consistency unless they are firmly related to a clear vision of the structure of the economy towards which we are moving. It is only in the longer view," he said longer view, "that it is rational to project any really radical transformation of our economic system." And he goes on to say, "In the very short period, we remain prisoners of our past." And so there already Nkrumah was projecting that we should have a longer view of our path of development. Indeed, nearly 70 years after independence, our economy continues to rely heavily on a narrow range of primary commodities with limited diversification and value addition. This reality reflects the persistence of structural constraints that continue to hold us back, proof that in many respects we remain, as Nkrumah said, prisoners of our past.
Mampeni amano anso anu ma watu asubio ena watchere se ye 40-year development plan ena fei plans awudu obi a eka wan eno so edan chen no wo mo hwese on betumi akoso a ede aye adwuma said ye be ya de Ghana for ehwehwe no yetumi eduru hosa pepepe.
Since the completion of the 40-year National Development Plan in 2017 under the leadership of Dr. Ni Moy Thompson, not Moy, Ni Moy Thompson, who now returns to chair the commission, other frameworks with similar long-term ambitions have emerged. Notable among these are the Ghana Beyond Aid Charter, the Ghana at 100 Long-Term Development Framework, and the Vision 2057 Perspective Framework. I urge the Commission to consolidate all these various efforts into a coherent, inclusive, and forward-looking national development plan. This must be done in close collaboration and consultation with Parliament and the people's representatives to ensure that the final plan reflects a broad national consensus and is subject to regular review in response to evolving domestic and global challenges.
We mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama semi hunti yenkona yene Bismarck Kofi entwetwe enkomo wono political analyst na yenhwe say aso development plan ya mampeni eka ho asem no yebenya so emfaso ana ora Bismarck yemo adwo edo eba angel enwumreka so. What the edi kan 40-year development plan we ususu say ebeye ye sa
very possible. commitment. Most often it's like a political will. But the challenge is that you need political will. Does that mean to say you need to meet and commit to certain medium, short, and long-term development plans? You said the 2057 development plan. You need to meet committed. It's also about most often your policies mean about short term for elections because they say you need election, they say you need power. They say it's also making sure that you will be on to certain technical and areas where you need to benefit from. Your policies mean short term, although a long term 40 years plan. Or certain election manifesto. And the 40 years plan ain't any connection. Into you focusing more on the short-term benefits of our progress as a country than the long-term benefits. But 40-year plan say all political parties, we say your multi-party democracy. And multi-party democracy doesn't mean say we need election there. Let's say there's no more multi-party. There's a wow baby in the United States for one of the handle that defeats the purpose of our multi-party democracy in terms of economic development, not in terms of political development. And if they are in a conglomerate there, the multi-party must work. I say a brand new government about our so already everyone behind for our economic gain. But for the political party, yes, you know the United States for in terms of politics. But economics there, important thing we ensure that between a 40-year development plan, between you my team, it's doable by a commitment of time, commitment of resources, commitment of finance, commitment of the president, and then the major stakeholders and parliament, the commitment of them. So many now need to consider that economic prosperity is not about winner takes all. But economic prosperity is about multi-party democracy, and the menu you're looking at 40 years development plan. You do because look, you need different development plans. You were in 10 years in 1919, in another 10 years, you see 1961 to 1961. You see another 7 years in 1963. Different one until 2020. Then from 2020, you now Ghana's 40-year development plan. Not a still now, the intuition of message towards economic development, but you commit towards political development there, and they need to be actually.
Nti yebetumi aka say existing development plan na ewo hodada no say ebia yehu ni say etwem ana say ebia renka 1924 person mo sha naija wo mo edi foforo bi ebe bata foforo kra eba na say dada no a na wono mo sha dane dane ani.
Dada now because Osha near NDP airlines last year na and so Prez Mahama say yemfa Ghana beyond aid and county one document. Young consolidation one document for development. What can you launch last year? NDP 2057 government planner. The Ghana beyond aid is no almost start into it. It's already existing documents include the Ghana beyond aid charter processes and intentions that you report and you don't go beyond it and we move it that. What we need to do when we say and count the certain Mama enter about commitment level. We say everybody should be part of our development, and not only NDC alone. Because already in the document is holistic. Only holistic. We've always had a one show in 2015, 2017. After it has been launched again in 2024. It is a very, very holistic. But the only issue I mentioned, President Mama, has to be about commitment level. But I think it's if only on my area, say actually 2040, 2057, 40 women planet there, and the everything about commitment within our political party. You see, I don't see any doable, and don't see it's implemented, and I don't see it's what I can advise and say at the policy level, you have a short-term, medium policy level, that's short. At each 3-year policy where you're short term. You're taking about 10% of our development plan for 40 years. In each short term development plan, you're In the say, 3-year development plan, actually, I think that 10% of our 40-year development plan are reflecting on me. They are implementing it year after year, year after year. 3 years, and this year, you started to new short-term development plan. You have to try another 10%. You engineer could be evaluated the catastrophe academy development plan. But the year apart from there, for new, they are trying to fulfill. They are back. Then we run the next development plan. There's an incident to me actually within a year running a 40 development plan. But my advice and it says you can do this only in each short-term policy year. 10% of our development plan should exist in that policy. And this time they're very easy. Am I near commercial resources because plan is very big, just like American dream. The dream about America. How do you want to see America to look like in the next 100 years? How do you want to see that to look like in the next 40 years? With that, you need to actually through our policy implementation plan of the short term and medium term. But the you've implemented 40 years plan for us to achieve in 2057 with these ideas near the people who are using actually. Then beyond state, all because they do not include that into the short term policy prescriptions that are now buying the short term. In the accelerated policy are more but including the elements of the public policy and intentions now on into short-term policies that don't me actually. So the initial advice I give the president said, on starting working with the NPP, the Bank of Ghana, all stakeholders say, at each level of our policy prescriptions, at each level of new regulations, at each level of amendment of our laws, we should consider how we can integrate 10% of our 40-year development plan into a year. But 10. More than 10 years, we can achieve something. In 20 years, we can achieve something. In 40 years, if you are able to evaluate and say, we are achieving more than 70-80% of our 40-year development plan. We can have a very prosperous nation, Ghana, as many other countries are using our money.
Ora Peter we ma yemfa NCA say da se papa won so do suggestion aba I hwe ni mo say bia ban enso eya ebetumi aboa ebusua eye policy analyst ena ene etwetwe enkomo no Ora Peter Bismarck Kofi into 40-year development plan on do so say eye very good initiative and penny for the bar ebetumi aboa.